After China's 20th Party Congress, we are delighted to present an excerpt from our course, China, Understanding the Fundamentals. In this clip, our head of Geopolitics and Intelligence, Nigel Inkster, explains in detail factionalism within China's political leadership. We hope this will help you better understand the origins of the new Politburo Standing Committee members and why they have been chosen. Stay until the end of the video to find out how you can win a free access to the course.
The main leadership factions are, firstly, the princelings, in Chinese, Wangzi Pai. This is a broad category made up of the sons and daughters of China's first generation of revolutionary leaders. Xi Jinping, who has been Secretary General of the Chinese Communist Party since 2013, is very much a member of this faction. The role of the princelings in public life was cemented following the suppression of the democracy movement in 1989. Thereafter, in a secret conclave, China's top leaders concluded that they would need to rely on their own offspring in order to ensure the Chinese Communist Party's continued hold on power and to protect their legacies. It was agreed that each leader would nominate one offspring to enter into politics and to climb the greasy pole. Although members of this faction constituted a privileged elite, nonetheless, those chosen for these roles were required to prove themselves by undertaking a succession of ever more demanding positions in order to cement their leadership credentials. That said, many members of the princeling faction have no interest in entering into politics, preferring instead to use their privileged status to further their often substantial business interests. What unites this faction is a common conviction that the Chinese Communist Party has earned the right to rule China, and that members of this faction are entitled to derive privilege from that reality. The next important faction is centered around the city of Shanghai, China's economic and financial center. Shanghai has always played a substantial role in political life in China, and during the Cultural Revolution was a hotbed of Maoist extremism. In 1989, the party secretary of Shanghai, Jiang Zemin, who had dealt with student demonstrations in his own city without recourse to violence, was handpicked by Deng Xiaoping to become China's next leader. The other main leadership faction is centered around the Communist Youth League. This was the route through which Hu Jintao, who was party secretary between 2002 and 2012, made his way up through the political system. Prime Minister Li Keqiang has a background in the Communist Youth League and was in fact Hu Jintao's preference to replace him as party leader. The Communist Youth League consists mainly of technocrats, often from humble backgrounds, who've worked their way up through the system on merit. The maneuverings and machinations of these factions take place behind closed doors and only rarely seep out into the public domain. The aim of each faction is to see their supporters appointed to as many key positions as possible, and to discredit their rivals. Factionalism within the leadership always makes for potential instability. But the system tends to find ways of smoothing out the wrinkles and presenting an image of unity to the outside world.
Enter our giveaway and win a free access to this course, China, Understanding the Fundamentals. What you need to do: subscribe to our channel, Leave a comment and tag a friend who would also like to participate in the giveaway. The more friends you tag, the greater your chance of winning. The winner will be announced on November 14th.